Okay. Am I live? I think I'm live. Almost live? Come on. Am I live? There we go. We are. Okay, hi. It's me, Mike the Ente, the only YouTuber, and welcome to the dumbest stream idea that I've had in years. There's this really bad card game that I love to play called Cardfight Vanguard, and they made a video game for it. They actually made a lot of them, but a lot of the video games are in Japanese only. This is the first one being released in America, and I was able to get it for less than the price that it is on Steam in the US. Don't worry about it. There are guides online, and I didn't even use those because I'm too good for that. I am going to play this dumbass game based on another dumbass game that I love, and I'm going to do it with only the worst cards imaginable. What the hell does that mean? You're going to find out frickin' soon enough, baby. Alright, whoops, I let the title screen go. Gotta wait for that to start again. Off to an amazing, wonderful beginning to the stream. Hell yeah! Cardfight Vanguard, dear days! I started a save file just to make sure that it works. So let's do it. New game time. I've seen very little actual gameplay, but I know that there are a lot of like spelling errors and stuff. Do I voice act the story? Sure. I as far as I remember, the story is cringe from what little I've seen of it, but screw it. At Omi Academy. Ichidoji, I need your help, please. I'm having trouble with this question here. Sure, this one? Well, for this part, you have to... Yuki, please help us out. Could you help us at the basketball tournament coming up? Sure, you can count on me. Yuki Ichidoji, a second-year high school student at Omi Academy. She's a strong-willed and honest girl who excels in both academics and athletics. Are you sure about that, Yuki? Seems like their next opponent is a real powerhouse. Not a problem. Because no lose intended. That's her catchphrase, and I've heard that it's supposed to be a translation error, but that's just how it be. Oh god. Yeah, what do you need? That's not why I'm here. You have a little brother, right? Wasn't he 2 years younger than you? What was his name? You mean Rasen? Yeah, that's it. What about him? I heard he got into a fight on the roof of the middle school. Again? I can't believe him. You know, I do kind of understand the other kid's point. You realize that part of this is on you, right? Yeah. Rasen Ishidoji, a third-year middle school student at Omi Academy. He has a mild-mannered personality and is the polar opposite of his sister. Nevertheless, he possesses an unbreakable spirit. He gradually awakens to his hidden talent for Vanguard. But I don't want to stand out like you, Yuki. That attitude is why people make mean remarks about you. Listen, Rasen, you only get one shot at life, so make sure you don't regret any of it. Are you really going to let yourself stay on this losing streak? But I just pray that you're not making Mom pray for you up in heaven. Come on, don't say things like that. I'm just what the heck? That's not, I guess they're siblings. That's not the kind of thing to mess around with. Rasen has a point. But could you sub in for dinner duty tonight? Again? Please. There's somewhere I have to be. It's been like this every day for a while now, you know. You're always getting home late, too. What exactly are you doing? Huh? Well, why is your face so red? Aha. So that's what it is. Huh? Fine. I can respect a young man's privacy. What am I gonna do with you? Sorry, Yuki. I'll be back later. I can't help but wonder as his big sister, you know? A card store? Osen? Excuse me. Is this a card shop? Yuki? Huh? Where's your girlfriend? Did she leave already? What? I don't have anyone like that yet. You don't? So you're obsessed to the point of skipping dinner duty with a card game? Yeah, it's called Vanguard. Vanguard. One word, not two. Vanguard. Whatever. This is why you've been sneaking around then, huh? You got my hopes up and everything. But what do you mean? Never mind. Anyway, I'm going home. Try not to have too much fun. Yuki, Vanguard is more than just a game. Eh? A card game is exactly what this looks like to me. I don't know how to put this exactly. It's like it lets me unlock a new side of myself. It does? These cards do? That's how it feels anyway. I'm going home. Welcome! Oh, could you be Yuki? Huh? Oh, my bad. I'm the owner and manager here. Gosetsu Katsushika's the name. Gosetsu Katsushika, the owner of the card shop Osen. Thanks to his caring spirit and love for Vanguard, the store has achieved widespread popularity. Long ago, he led the largest team in the region. I've heard all about you from Rasen. He's always talking about how he has a perfect big sister. One with a strong will and a big mouth. Rasen. Remind me who it was who rescued you from getting bullied today? You? I can't believe you, Rasen. Oh, don't be so tough on him. Hey, a great idea just hit me. I know what'll turn that frown upside down. A little bit of Vanguard. What? You want me to play Vanguard? Considering how you're perfect and capable of anything, I can't wait to see how you'd fight. I don't even know the rules, though. I'd rather... Not a problem. I'll teach you everything as you fight. And you might even understand what Rasen meant if you do. Okay, then. I'll give it a try. Here you go. You can borrow this deck. I never imagined I'd be fighting Sis. Rasen. Yes? Show her what you meant. Don't worry. I know you'll be able to do it. Gosetsu-san. Okay. Yeah, do not skip the fight tutorial, because the 0 people watching probably have no idea what Vanguard is. I actually made a tutorial video on my YouTube channel, hashtag plugging or whatever, but screw it. Vanguard is a one-on-one card game. We are the Vanguards who lead existences called units. Yeah, there's translation here. I'm just gonna go through the tutorial, but I'll say it in my own words. This red area here, this Vanguard card, is known as your Vanguard, which is basically a representation of you. The rear guards are your allies, and the Guardian Circle is where you place your Guardians, the damage bonus for your cards that get damaged. I'll explain more about those as they come along. You have your main deck, which consists of cards that you randomly draw from, and your ride deck. This is the trigger zone, this is the drop zone. Again, what matters is mostly... I really should have just gone through this on my own. Whatever. We're going through the fight. So you start a game with rock, paper, scissors. I will choose scissors, and I won. That means that I'm going first. That's cool. Yep, going first. You have 5 cards from your main deck that you draw to begin the game, and then you can put as many back as you want. I'll put back the triggers. That's usually a good way to start, and the game is making me do that anyway. You put as many back as you want, and then you draw until you have 5 again, much like a game of 5-card draw in poker. So you put the 3 back, you draw 3 more, and then you shuffle. And then you have your ride deck. At the beginning of every turn, you stand and draw. I'll explain what the ride deck does in like 5 seconds. You stand up your cards if they're rested. Explain what that is later. You draw a card from your deck, and then you have your ride phase. This is where your ride deck comes into play. At the beginning of every game, you start with a grade 0 from your ride deck. Your ride deck has a grade 0, 1, 2, and 3. And that is not shuffled. It doesn't change because every game you discard a card and then you ride the next grade up from your ride deck. So discard a card, or yeah, riding from the ride deck. Can I check it? Can I look at it? I'm gonna ride Stealth Fiend, whatever her name is. Cancel. And wow, this is actually a really badly made tutorial. I don't like the order in which they're explaining things at all. Why do we have to call a grade 1? I can't even attack yet. But yeah, after you ride, you can card any number of cards to these rearguard circles, as long as they have the same grade or lower from your Vanguard. That's what happens during your main phase. Now, normally you'd have the battle phase. However, if you go first, you don't get to attack on your first turn. So, there's really no need to call any units if you're going first. Except in very specific circumstances. The player who goes second usually gets to draw, because the grade 0 Vanguard has a skill. I really should have just frickin' done I can't speak. I'm not used to streaming. Nobody's watching. This doesn't matter. Okay. So what the hell's happening here? Okay. Starting over from the beginning of this turn. The grade 0 of your ride deck will almost always have the skill that says if you go second, you get to draw an additional card when you ride. And then he called a grade 1 behind his Vanguard, and that allows him to boost. So every card has a power level. His Vanguard has 8,000 power. His Rearguard has 8,000 power. When you boost, which means you have 2 cards in the same column attacking, you add the back one to the front one. So 8 plus 8 is 16. And that's attacking my Vanguard, who only has 8,000 power. And because the power is equal or greater, the attack will go through. When the Vanguard attacks, you also do a thing called a drive check, which means you reveal the top card of your deck, you put it into the trigger zone, and if there's a trigger, then cool effects happen. But there's no trigger here, so the card just gets added to your hand. I take a damage because the attack hit. That means that I take the top card of my deck and put it into the damage zone. Actually, I put it in the trigger zone first, that's right. I hit a draw trigger, which means that the trigger effects activate when you drive check and when you damage check. So because I draw a card, and I give a Vanguard 10,000 power. Or I give any unit 10,000 power. Of course, that doesn't matter because the turn's about to end. Whenever you hit a trigger on your drive check or your trigger check, you get 10,000 power to a unit of your choice, plus an effect, such as the draw trigger's draw. So I draw for my turn. I will ride from my ride deck, discarding a trigger. Now my Vanguard is grade 2 and it has 10,000 power. And I can call any grade 2s or grade 1s, or grade 0s if I really want to. So I'm calling to the front row. Units cannot attack from the back row. They have to be in the front row to attack. So we'll end, and I'll go to the battle phase. I will begin by attacking the 8,000 power Vanguard with whatever the hell this thing is called. And because the attack hits, 10th is greater than 8, my opponent does a damage check. There's no trigger, it just goes into the damage zone. Now, my Vanguard attacks, and it has 18,000 power, because it's got 10, and the Anki Bowler has 8. And it's attacking my opponent's Vanguard. Now I perform a drive check, I get a critical trigger. That's pretty huge. You can give 10,000 power to a unit, and a critical to a unit. I'll give the critical to my Vanguard, that means that I'm going to do 2 damage instead of 1. And because my Vanguard's attack is already hitting, I'll give the 10,000 power to the Elect Blow Dragon right here. Absolutely lovely. And now the trigger goes in the hand, and because I get a critical trigger, I'm dealing 2 damage. No trigger for my opponent there. And the second check is a draw trigger, so my opponent gets to draw, but the card still goes into the damage zone. And now I attack my opponent's Vanguard with Elect Blow Dragon. And now my opponent's going to do what's called guarding. Most cards also have a shield value, You can't really see it. Yeah, okay, there you go. It's on the left-hand side of the card, and you add the shield value to your Vanguard's power, or whatever unit you're guarding, when you're getting attacked. And because my opponent got a draw trigger, the power of the Vanguard turned from 8 to 18, so that plus the draw, plus this shield card, makes his Vanguard 23, which is greater than my 20, so the attack does not hit here. So now it is my opponent's turn. He will discard to ride. He will call some units, or just one unit, I guess. He's attacking my Vanguard. It's got 18,000 power because of the boost, and I'm gonna not guard. For one thing, I can afford to take a lot of damage. You lose when you get to 6 damage. Anything else, and you're fine. For 2, if he doesn't get a trigger and I do, I can just apply the power to my Vanguard and then not have to worry. Ooh, he got a front trigger though. Front trigger, instead of you choosing a unit to get the power, all 3 of the units in your front row get 10,000 power. So yeah. Doesn't matter much for the Vanguard since it's hitting anyway, but now the rear guard has extra power. I damage check, and I get no trigger. Unfortunate. Now my opponent is attacking me. It's 20,000 to 10,000. Not gonna guard, because otherwise I'd have to drop half my hand. Most cards have 5,000 shield, so that's fun. I'm sorry, most normal units have 5,000 shield. Normal units are units that have effects and don't have triggers on them. Trigger units usually have 15,000. Draw triggers have 5,000, but criticals, fronts, and heals have 15. Alright, I will discard a card from my hand to ride from the ride deck. And I could actually call some stuff, but I won't. Because this card is a trigger, which has 15,000 shield, which is better for defense than offense. It only has 5,000 boosting power. And this card, Takashi Haze or whatever, is known as a Sentinel, which basically means if I play this and if I discard another card from my hand, I can nullify any attack. So it kind of has unlimited shield value. So again, not really useful for attacking as opposed to defending. So we're just going to keep those in my hand, and we're going to the battle phase. And I will attack the Vanguard with the Lek Blow Dragon. And now my opponent is doing a thing called Intercept. Grade 1s and 0s typically have the boosting ability, which is why we've only seen grade 1s in the back row so far. Grade 2s tend to have this thing called Intercept. So if you attack a different unit and there's a grade 2 in the front row, they can just put the grade 2 from the rear guard circle to the guardian circle to shield. Hi, Ibby. Welcome to the worst stream on YouTube. So by intercepting, you add the shield value to the power of the unit being attacked, just like you would call a guardian. And because 15 is greater than 10, you don't take a damage. And now I will attack the Vanguard with mine. 21,000 power, because we got 13 plus 8 versus 10. And because I am a grade 3, I perform this amazing thing called Twin Drive. Instead of one drive check, I perform 2, and both cards go to hand. And if I happen to get triggers, which is more likely because of Twin Drive, funny things happen. Don't worry about orders. I'll explain those when I start actually using them. Check 2, critical trigger. That's the fun part of Twin Drive, baby. Alright, I'll give the crit to my Trivash since it's hitting, and I'll give the power to my rear guard because I don't need the power on my Vanguard. So we're dealing 2 damage to my opponent, and now my rear guard gets powered up. Very cool. And the critical trigger gets added to my hand. Opponent's doing a damage check, no trigger there, love to see it. Check number 2, no trigger, also love to see it. Alright, now I'm swinging with my rear guard, 20 versus 10. Does he have a trigger? He does. He's got a heal trigger that gives him 15,000 shield. So again, 10 plus 15 is 25, and you can see that I don't hit. Of course, my opponent is at 5 damage, so hopefully, ideally, in theory, I beat him next turn. Because it's not super hard to deal 1 damage most of the time. Unless your opponent has a bunch of guarding cards in their hand. Alright, now my Vanguard is my opponent's Vanguard is attacking mine. Personally, I would intercept here because, like, Why the hell not? But they want me to be dumb here, so I'm taking the damage, I guess. I get a draw trigger. Very fortunate. I'll give the power to my Vanguard, and I get to draw a card. Of course, the draw trigger still goes into the damage zone. Now, my opponent's Vanguard is attacking mine. He is at 21, but I am at 23. But, keep in mind, my opponent's Vanguard, now that it's a grade 3, has Twin Drive, which means that it could go up to 41,000 power. Oh yeah, and he's trying to teach me about Sentinels now. So I will guard with my Sentinel by playing Tayashi Haze and discarding a card from my hand. I nullify the attack no matter what happens. He performs a drive check. He gets a heal trigger. So heal triggers allow you to recover damage. If you have the same amount of cards or more as your opponent in your damage zone, when you check a heal trigger, you get to choose a card from your damage zone and put it into the drop zone and heal it. So he had 5, I had 4, so he gets to go down to 4 damage now. Oh shit. What is this guy's skill? I didn't see it, but he performed a thing called counterblasting, which is putting cards from your damage zone face down in order to use abilities, which is pretty cool. It's like a comeback sort of mechanic, because if you take a lot of damage, that means you have access to more of your deck's skills. So I will intercept, confirm, to add power, and then I will guard with another card to go from 23 to 33, which guards against the 30,000 power attack. Very cool. Now I draw. I have a Trivash in hand, which is the same card as my Vanguard, so I get to do a funny thing called a Persona Ride. Which means that I get to draw an additional card, and my whole front row gets 10,000 power for the turn, including new cards that get played during the turn. It's very, very cool. God, I'm so cringe. Okay, and now I'm using whatever this thing's skill is called, Dragritter Awalith. When it's placed on the rearguard circle, I can counterblast and soul blast, choose one of my opponent's grade 2 or greater rearguards and retire it. So I flip a card from my damage zone face down. Hello? How the hell do you... Jesus Christ. Okay. I choose a card from my damage zone and flip face down, and I choose a card for my soul, which is all of the cards stacked beneath my Vanguard, and put that into the discard pile. That's what counterblasting and soul blasting is. Or rather, what they are. And I'll retire my dude's grade 3 rearguard. And now that I have played pretty much all my cards, it is time to go into the funny battle phase. I will attack my opponent's Vanguard with my weakest rearguard first. Opponent is not guarding. Very cool. They are up to 5 damage now. So unless they can guard my last 2 attacks, which is pretty unlikely unless they have a couple Sentinels, I'm probably going to win here. Love to see it. 31 versus 13. He's using a perfect guard, which means he's going to play the Sentinel, discard another card, and he does not take any damage, no matter what happens here. I get a front trigger, love to see it. And my second trigger is going to be nothing. Trivash. Both cards go to hand. And now I attack his Vanguard for 38,000 power. So, yeah, a lot of power. Pretty cool. But, unfortunately, he was able to guard because he got his 2 heal triggers. You know, 15, 30, plus the 13 is 43. And opponent survives. Unfortunate. I only dealt 1 damage there. Hopefully I survive next turn. I already know what happens, because I do remember how this fight ends. Opponent is using Persona Ride, so he's riding the same card that was already on his Vanguard circle from his hand. So he draws again and his front row gains 10,000. Pretty much, if you can Persona Ride, it's a good idea to do so. Alright, he's attacking with Dark Strain Dragon. I'm not guarding. I take a damage, and I assume it's nothing special. No, it's the heal trigger, okay. Now, here's the problem. My opponent has 5 damage, right? I have 4. Even though this heal trigger is gonna be the 5th damage, right now it is in the trigger zone. So it does not count. It does not give me a heal. Which is one of the things that I, like, struggled learning. But no, I don't get the heal. Because I'm at 4 and the opponent's at 5. Guarding with Blaze Maidens on. So now I am at 38. And now I'm playing a Blitz Order. Blitz Orders don't have inherent shield value, but they have a lot of defensive effects. You can only play 1 Blitz Order per turn. In fact, you can only play 1 order per turn, period. On your turn, you can play normal and set orders. You can only play Blitz Orders during your opponent's turn. So, Burn Bite Pure Prayers says, if my damage zone is 3 or more cards, I choose a unit and it gets 15,000 for the battle. So I'm playing it. This gives my Vanguard power for this one battle only. And because of the 15 from here and the 15 from my trigger, plus my Vanguard, plus the defensive trigger, I have 53,000 power effectively for this turn. So I shouldn't have any reason to fear, right? This is dramatic irony, because my opponent is gonna get the dumbest thing in the game that everyone loves and hates. Just kidding, I love it, everyone else hates it. Opponent gets the over trigger, which gives you 100 million power. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Oh god, this is why I don't play Vanguard competitively, because this freaking thing. You just have a random 1 in 50 chance to drive check 100 million power, just blow through every attack. In addition, every over trigger has an additional effect. This one allows you, Olberia gives you 100 million power to another unit. And that's the worst one. The worst over trigger gives 2 of your units 100 million power. Surprise, surprise, I lose. I did get 4,800 VP though from the tutorial fight. I'll take that. No way. I lost? Me? I won. I finally beat Yuki at something. It might have been a tutorial match, but that was a great fight, you two. No fair, Rasen. What do you mean? I would have won if it wasn't for that overcard. What? Well, sure, but... Gosetsu-san, you don't have to laugh so hard. Sorry. It's just that every fighter says that when they lose. I couldn't help myself. But you know, the fact this game is so stupid. Vanguard in general, not just Deer Days. Oh my god. I think the overtrigger is a hilarious concept for a card, because 90% of the time, if you hit it and your opponent doesn't, you basically win the game. But it's just so stupid. Whatever. The problem is, there is no common rarity overtrigger. There are overtriggers in the theme decks, or the trial decks, or whatever. I don't care about this card. This card is a double rare. How do I, oh, I have to press escape, I think. So I can't actually make use of overtriggers in this challenge run. I guess I'll get this card. It doesn't matter because none of them are commons, because trial deck rarity is not common rarity. So what I'm gonna have to do is unlock some. Okay, can I buy like packs? Okay, I can buy packs. Good. Because I am going to build a deck entirely out of common cards. I don't know which I even want to get. Imagine packs that only contain rare and above. I don't know what pack I should get. Festival Collection has like very few cards, so it's good for getting crafting points, I guess. And they're all triple rares or higher technically, but you only get 3 cards per pack. They also cost a lot of VP. I think it might be best to just... Actually, how much does it cost to craft cards? The first part of this challenge is figuring out how to spend my money. Menu. Yeah, close. I don't care. New deck. Create new. Make it a Dragon Empire deck, sure. Can I search for cards that I don't own? Oh, I love that half the text is in Japanese. That's cool. Option? This wouldn't have my... No, that does not have my deck or my cards. How do I view what cards I own? I know there's a crafting menu, but I don't know how to access it. Maybe if I edit the deck that I already have? Storage. Storage? Storage. Okay. No, display details. Okay. How much does it cost to make like a common? Is this a common? That is a common. Okay. 80 CP is all you need. Crafting points to make commons. That's pretty good. Hi, Mr. Green Apple. Welcome to the only stream. So yeah, I'm assuming that building a deck is going to be pretty damn simple. Wait, how much can I like get rid of cards? Edit the deck. Storage. Display details. Can I deconstruct? No, I think you have to buy. I think you have to have 4 of a card before you can. Actually, I wonder, can I buy another theme deck? Can I buy the same theme deck again and deconstruct the cards or whatever? No. Okay, that's fair, honestly. I have 3,850 VP. I think those are called victory points. Screw it. We'll just buy 10. We'll buy 12 Genesis of the 5 Greats packs. And is that really the right way though? Because yeah, I guess I kind of have to. I have to do something. Is there a way to redo the tutorial fight? It's a good thing I did the tutorial fight. Event fight, no. Because the thing is, every normal Vanguard packs have 5 commons and then 2 rares or above, not counting hollows. So theoretically, I might only have 4 commons, which is bad. But so 5 times 12 would be 60. Problem is, you need 50 cards of the same nation. Vanguard is divided into 6 nations for the purposes of this game. Dragon Empire, Dark States, Keter Sanctuary, Stoicheia, Brantgate, and Lyrical Monasterio. And you can only build... Wait, I can just make the frickin'... Wait, I'm dumb. There's a pack that is only Lyrical Monasterio cards. Wait, can I, like, search? Filter. Can I... Rarity, can I... What common cards do I already have? Do I have any? It's not showing me how many common cards I have. Am I just bad? Do I not know what I'm doing? I definitely don't know what I'm doing. Apply the filter. These are not common cards. These are like super not. This is a double rare. Like, what is? I don't know how to work this thing. Maybe it's because I don't own any common cards. Like, hold on. What if I apply filter for double? No, these are none of these are double rares. What the heck? Why can I not filter by, like, anything? Why does the filter not work? I don't get it. Whatever. Either way, I can at least go to the shop and buy lyrical packs. Because most of the packs are for just one nation, okay. Dragon Empire, Brancate, Stoicade, Darkstays, and Keter Sanctuary are generally found together in packs, but Lyrical is in its own packs. So you can see these packs. Oh, that's right. Lyrical has like a bunch of triggers. That's why this has more cards. So we're gonna buy Lyrical Melody, I guess. Hell yeah. We're gonna buy 12 of them. That should get me at least 50 cards that are commons. Because each pack has, like I said, most packs have 5 commons and 2 rares. So theoretically I should get 60 commons. But sometimes you get holos or higher rarity cards, which take away a common slot. So worst case scenario, theoretically I could get 48 commons if every single pack had double rares and stuff. But that won't happen. So we'll be buying 12 Lyrical Melody packs, please. Alright. Let's see what card... Do I open these cards? Sure. I don't even know what these cards even do. Oh boy. Rares and commons. You know what? I'm just gonna skip... We're skipping. We're just gonna see what the hell all of the cards do in the deck editor page. Okay. Oh, crap. I need 16 triggers. Oh, crap. Every Vanguard deck needs to have exactly 16 triggers. And there are common triggers, fortunately. I hope that I have at least 16 of them. But not so many that I can't build the rest of the deck. I just realized how RNG-based this is. Alright, let's build a Lyrical deck. Can I sort by rarity? No, I love that. Why can I not sort by rarity? What is wrong with this? Oh, I have to double click it. I'm stupid. Okay. Wow. I mean, do I say that that's not very intuitive? Because I do believe that. No. Oh my god. Blah. Weird. It's like a weird hollow effect, but sure. How do I... Jesus Christ. This is not a... I much prefer Master Duel system, not gonna lie. You can just click and do whatever the hell you want. Because how many cards do I even own? Do I own 50 commons? I assume so. And you... Oh my god, I got so many heals. That's not good, because you can only run 4 heals. Okay, starting things off, can I... Do I have enough triggers? I only have 13 triggers. That's great. That's really cool. I can't actually play the game right now. Wait. Don't I have CP though? Do I have crafting points? I have 40. Alright, I have 50. I need 40. I can craft one more trigger. That's great. Hello. Welcome to the only stream in which I can't actually do anything. I'm in a bit of a bind. I'm trying to beat this game with only common cards. But I don't have enough cards for a deck. Okay, I'm pretty sure free fights are like not advancing the story, so I'm going to do a fight, okay? But like, just don't worry about it. Because I could theoretically like soft reset or reset the whole game. I don't care about this. I don't feel like voice acting. I feel like explaining the challenge run. I could soft reset and keep going until I get 16 triggers for my deck, but frankly, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just scissors, sure. I just do this fight literally if I just grind for I'm not gonna exchange anything, just I'll exchange the draw trigger, sure. Oh nice, I got my OT. Amazing. I want to check that, not draw it. Alright, discard the Sentinel, actually, because I want to Persona Ride. Main phase. So, I'm doing this fight just to get VP. I guess I'll end the phase, because there's nothing else I can do. I'm playing this fight with the start deck, so I can get VP, so I can get packs, so I can get more triggers. And then I'll be able to actually start the game. Hell yeah. We're gonna knock guard. I'll take this attack. Opponent gets no trigger. Ouch. Take a damage. Oh no, it's that. It's Ryu. I'm not gonna guard. I'm going to outrush this man. I actually play this deck, like the upgraded version of it, sometimes, so I know how to go in. Stand and draw. We will ride Ryu from the ride deck. I will discard the front trigger. I'm going to search for a Trickstar using Reno's ability. Get a Trickstar from the deck, and I call it. Shuffle the deck. I will call another Trickstar. Yes, please. Call it here. No, do not in the main phase. I will be overdressing Virina onto Trickstar, and I will do it again. Virina has a crazy gimmick. Don't worry about it. Point is, this Virina will get extra power when it attacks. I will swing with my Vanguard first. Drive check, and it is no trigger. Unfortunate. Cool. Damage check. Opponent gets no trigger. Love to see it. I will attack. I will not use the skill. No, I don't want to activate it. God damn it. No, I didn't want to activate the skill. I didn't want to Soul Blast. Cancel. Okay. Oh, I guess I have to activate it because the skill activates and then I just choose not to pay the cost. Okay. Fair enough, game. This is so weird. The skill activates, gives it 10,000 power, and then I choose not to pay the cost. Because I could Soul Blast too. I only have 2 cards in Soul to retire a rear guard. But I'm not going to do that because my opponent gets to just do stuff anyway. If my opponent had 1 rear guard... God, this is too complicated. I can't be explaining this to people that don't know what Vanguard is. But... Okay. My Varina has a skill that allows me to retire my opponent's rear guards, which basically means that these cards go into the discard pile. I would do that, but I kind of need my soul. I'm not going to guard. Well, I don't really need my soul. The problem is I could do it, but there's not much use in doing it when my opponent just makes a bunch of free rear guards anyway. This grade 2 dude, 3,000 years later, Rorwa, has a skill that says he can retire a rear guard and make 2 more. I will not guard this. And if he only had 1 rear guard and I was able to retire that, then he wouldn't be able to do that play. But he had 2 rear guards, so if I retired one, he could still do it anyway. Which is not great for me. I will retire this dude because he's trash. Using Ray's ability, I will Soul Blast, Sunrise Egg. I will grab a Virina from my deck. Ka-chow. Yes. Alright. I'll use Nirvana's skill. Discard a card to bring Trickstar into play. Call a grade 0 from my drop zone to rear. Hell yeah. And then I will play the order card, Sunburst Evolution. I counterblast. I guess I'll flip you over. To bring a Virina from my drop zone to my hand and give a unit power, I will give Nirvana power. Hell yes. Then I will overdress Virina by placing it on top of Trickstar. That allows me to give it 10,000 power when it attacks. Alright, time to end the phase, go into battle phase. Nirvana will attack and I will use Nirvana's skill. I will counterblast. Doesn't really matter what I counterblast here. To give itself and all units with the overdress ability 10,000 power. That means my 2 Virinas get 10,000. So I'm attacking for 28k to my opponent's Vanguard. No trigger, and my second drive check, no trigger. Unfortunate. But it's fine because I got him to 4 damage already. That's pretty nice. I don't care about the dumb voice lines. Opponent does a damage check, no trigger. Love to see it. Alright. Now, my Varinas have 10,000 power from my Vanguard's ability, and they will also gain 10,000 power each from their own ability. I will not be Soul Blasting here. So just do 30,000 power to the Vanguard, bringing my opponent to 5 damage already. Love to see it. And I will do it again, attacking for 30,000. And I will not use the Soul Blast, because I don't really care about these rear guards in particular. Wait, is that the freaking Alchemy Magic support card? Why do you have that in your deck? God damn. Oh, but I win. Because my opponent couldn't guard. Hell yeah. Sounds good to me. I just want the VP. Okay, 1,500 sounds good to me. Let's go. Blah, blah, blah. He lost. Great. I don't care. I just want to actually play the challenge that I'm trying to do. Great. Suppress Gleamer. I don't... This is a decent card, actually, but... I'm not playing Prison, unfortunately. Prison is a control deck that basically breaks the game because the opponent doesn't know how to play around it. Like, the computer does not know how to play around Prison's mechanic. But I don't get to use it because that requires a lot of cards that are just not commons. Alright, we're purchasing 5 more packs of Lyrical Melody, hoping to get some triggers. I just need 3 more triggers that are not heals, and then I'm good. I should have them by now. And if not, hopefully I have enough crafting points to get the rest. Alright, menu. Deck edit. Please let me build a deck now. Lyrical Monasterio, the only nation that I can feasibly build a deck in. Triggers. I just want all the triggers, please. Do I have 16? I know I have 4 heals. I have plenty of heals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, do I have enough? I don't think I have enough draw triggers. No, I do. Okay, we're good. Hell yeah. I would like to play 8 crits. Okay, so triggers, you have to have 16 trigger cards in a deck. They're the cards that when you damage or drive check them, they give you crazy effects and power. You have to have 16. No more, no less. You can have 1 over trigger, you can have 4 heal triggers, and you can have 8 of any other kind of trigger. Right now, I have 7 draws and 5 crits. Criticals are pretty much the trigger you would want to have 8 of. A lot of people go 8 crit, 3 draw, 4 heal, and 1 OT. That's like the standard thing to do. But I only have 5 crits, and I only have... I can never get an OT, because over triggers are only ever a double rare or trial deck rare, which means they come in theme decks. And I'm not using any theme deck cards, because... first of all, they are literally not considered commons. And second of all, trial deck cards are actually kind of good. You know, if you buy the Nirvana trial deck, you actually get Nirvana, which is the Vanguard that does stuff. I'm gonna have garbage cards for like the entirety of this run. Like, worse than freaking basic theme deck Vanguards. That's how bad my decks are gonna be. And I'm gonna try to beat the game with that. Alright, so no more triggers. We are going only for commons right now. Hell yes. Can I get a grade 0, please? Doesn't really matter what grade 0 I use, does it? Because, like, whatever. I'll put Clarissa in. Grade 1s. Actually, wait, what the hell is that gem order do? Choose one of your units and it's 5,000 till end of turn. I'll put it in the deck for now. This requires me to have a specific Vanguard that is a triple rare, so I'm not using that. Yeah, basically. There are actually some Vanguards that are... There are some cards that are common rarity that have Vanguard skills. They're very underwhelming, though. Like, you're not... No one has ever seriously built a deck around them and, like, won a tournament with them. Like, Shield Fisher Dragon, Iron Anchor Resentment Dragon, that kind of stuff. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, exactly. Fortunately, there are some grade 1s that at least have... like Vanguard skills, but they're not great. What the hell does this card do? When it's rode upon, choose a ghost from your drop and put it in hand. You know what? I guess that's gonna be my ride deck. How do I put a card in the... Oh, control click allows you to... Okay, sure. Oh, ride deck. Okay. Yeah. There are no grade 2s. Actually, there is one grade 2 for Stoicheia. That's a common that has a Vanguard skill. At least in set 5. Starting in set 6, there are actually commons that have Vanguard skills because they started making ride lines go common, common, common. But in set 5 and below, every grade 2 that's part of a dedicated ride line is a rare. And I'm not using any DLC because I figured we're making this challenge as hard as possible. So I have to use like random grade 2s for my ride line. I'll use whichever one is the most aesthetically pleasing, I guess. All right, what do these cards do? White Wings, that's not going to work with my deck. When this card is discarded from my hand, Soul Blast and call it to an open rear. That's actually kind of good. I'll put it in. White Wings, don't care. If I have 3 or more open rear guards, she gets shield. Sure. I'll put them in. What does this card do? Place on rear. Okay. Sure. She's a ghost, so she'll get power probably in. Okay, when it boosts, get 2k. Sure. That's how bad this is. I'm using 10k rears. Choose a Vanguard and it gets 5k. Sure. Whoops. What does this do? When your other rigger is placed in the same column. Sure. Nope. I keep double clicking. During a turn, if I have a unit with Earnest correct, it gets 2,000. I'm all set on that one. During a turn, if your order zone is 2 or more cards. Nah. Alright, how many grade 2s? What grade 2s can I use? Oh, also, I can't use Sentinels. We talked about Sentinels during the Tutorial fight. Those are rares. Or trial deck rarity. I can't use them. I have 3 or more ghosts on my rearguard circles. Sure. $5K for each card in order zone. Back row. Boost for 11K. Sure. I'll put it in. This is like the most scuffed deck ever. During return for order zone as a card. Rearguards return to hand. If an attack hit your Vanguard this turn, sure, I'll put in the Blitz order. Alright. Do I have enough grade 3s to like do anything? Or am I gonna have to start running vanilla units? When this unit attacks, if I play in an order this turn, sure, I'll have 3 of those. I might play an additional order. This is actually kind of good. Problem is, I literally have 1 order card in my deck. Place and remove from other than hand. Wait, that's actually a really good card. What the heck? Or at least that sounds really good. During your turn, you get cards from order zone. Blah, blah, blah. Look at 5 cards. Jesus Christ. That's so weird. That's such a scuffed card. When it's placed, you counterblast 2. Very rare cost, by the way. Counterblast 2 is like not common at all because it's really expensive. Look at 5 cards at the top. Choose up to 2 trigger units from them. Call them to openers and shuffle your deck. That's not good because you usually want to drive check trigger units. Strictly speaking, you do get advantage because you have 2 cards on the board that you wouldn't otherwise have. But trigger units are not the cards you want on your board. If you have 3 or more rear guards, sure, I'll put 3 in here. You know what? I guess I'll put the funny cards in. And I have to fill the rest of the deck with like freaking vanillas. Because all the other cards here do not work with my deck at all. That's great. You know what? I'll put this in because I do play 1 order. Actually, this technically works in the opponent's turn too. So if I play a blitz order, whatever. Oh, I need a grade 2 and grade 3 for the ride deck. That's right. Yeah, everything else literally has to be vanilla units. That's great. I'll choose a grade 2. Just a random grade 2, I guess. Ah. What does she do? I don't freaking know. This is going in the ride deck, I guess. And the grade 3. I don't freaking know. I don't even know what these cards do. 11. Why is 10,000 power? So weird. Most grade 3s have 13,000 power. Most grade 2s have 10,000, and most grade 1s have 8,000, for whatever that's worth. I'll make this my grade 3 because I have 4 of them so I can Persona ride with it. Alright, Technically, the deck is completed. Can I change the name? Hot garbage. Hell yeah. Wait, can I... Is there not enough space? Are you kidding me? I only have 10 slots for a name? Hot garbage, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Story time, I guess. It's like it lets me unlock a new side of myself. Vanguard, huh? Let's eat lunch together, Yuki. Hey, what's that? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's go. A new side of myself? How could that be possible? No, that's something I've never even considered. Stop it! Give me back my card! What's the problem, kid? Hey, get your card if I win. That was the deal, right? Hey, what are you doing? You, from yesterday. Master Akita, an unruly, short-tempered teenager. I'm not reading this, it's stupid. I don't care. Help me, sis! Sis? Get away from Rasen! Don't get the wrong idea here. It's not like I'm just stealing it. We had an agreement. Once the fight was over, we'd trade cards, as a way to remember the event. I can back him up on that. Is that true, Rasen? Yeah, but is this really fair? Source Dragon Deity of Blessings Bless Favor for Iron Anchor Resentment Dragon? Ugh, you need to learn when to give it up. Please, Yuki, help me. Please! Yuki, this is a request from mother to daughter. Please. I admit that you two might be telling the truth. Then stay out of our business. But still, he doesn't like what you're doing to him right now. Do you really think you can call that an agreement? I'll take you on instead. Give that card back if I win. And if I win, I'll give you all the cards I have with me. They're all shit anyway. Alright, let's go. Hot garbage. Time to win, baby. The best deck in format. Right here, right now. Oh, God. Scissors, please. It's a draw. Scissors, please. I win. That's what you get for backing down. God. This is so stupid. There is a trigger here. Oh, there are 3. That's right. These are draw triggers. Yeah, we'll go with this. Put the triggers back. Draw some more. Okay. I will ride freaking Felty Rosa. Do I have any ghosts? I do. I will discard the ghost to ride because the Felty Rosa has a skill that lets me get a ghost from the drop zone when I ride. So we just end the phase because I'm not calling any rear guards because I can't attack. Now it's the opponent's turn. Opponent is playing, is that Eugene? Oh, God. He gets to draw because he went second. It's the main phase. He's calling a rear. He's calling another dude. Alrighty. 16,000 power. His skill activates whatever the skill does. When it boosts, it gets another 2k. So it's 18 versus 8. If there's a drive check, I'm going to not guard this one. No trigger. Do I get a trigger? I hope so. If I get a trigger... Okay. I was going to say if I get a trigger, then this guy wouldn't even be able to do anything. He's got 8k. I'm going to say... I will guard with the draw trigger. I might as well. Blocks the attack. It's useless otherwise. It's only a 5k shield. Alright, I draw. I will ride a vanilla card from my ride deck. What does this card do? What do any of these cards do? I guess I'll get rid of... I'll get rid of you. And I'll use Felty Rosa's skill. By Soul Blasting, I get to put a ghost from my drop zone back into my hand. When wrote upon Soul Blast 1, and give me that ghost. Actually, which ghost do I want? I'll get the one that I just discarded, actually. So what do these do again? That's okay. Alright, we're gonna do some rushing. We're gonna call this here. I wish this was a grade 2, because grade 1s cannot intercept. If this was a grade 2, then I could put it down and then get the shield effect later. But no, it's a grade 1. I guess I'll just call her to the back row. She gets 2k, because another unit was placed in the same column as her. I could use the counterblast here to give my Vanguard 5,000 power, but I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to go into battle phase. I'll start by attacking with my Vanguard. Attack my opponents. Yeah, see, opponent's not guarding anyway. It would have been a waste of a counterblast to give my Vanguard power when he's not going to guard. And there's no damage trigger. That's very good. And I'll attack the Vanguard again. 18,000 power to his 8. And hopefully that's good enough. He's not guarding. Good, good. I am slightly ahead in the damage count now. It would be very funny if by losing this fight you actually had to like lose your entire collection. Or at least the deck that you had with you. That'd be kind of based in a way. Alright, he's attacking my Vanguard with 18,000 power. Oh, right, 20 because he gets extra 2k when he boosts. I'm going to... Wait, what the hell is his power? What is his skill? What? Oh, when he attacks, you can counterblast soul... Okay, I'm not guarding this. That's too much power. No trigger anyway, it's just 1 damage. Knowing when to take damage is probably the hardest skill to learn in Vanguard, and probably the most important one as well. He's gonna be 19,000 power. Oof. How do I feel about this? I could guard it. That might be the play. $19 versus my 10. This card will give me additional guarding power because of its ability. Because I have 3 open rearguard circles. You know what? We're guarding with this. Just gonna not take that damage. Thank you very much. Alright, I draw. I will ride. I will discard. What does this card do again? If I played an order, okay, I'll discard him. I'll discard the grade 3. And then I'll call the other one to the front row rear guard. I could counterblast to give my Vanguard more power, but I don't really want to do that because he's probably not going to guard my Vanguard's attack anyway. You know what? I want to move. I want to swap rear guards. You can swap rear guards within the same column. You cannot swap them within the same row. So I can't move this rear guard over to the left, but I can change these positions as much as I want. I can also move this guy back and so forth. Alright, let's go. Battle phase. Swing. Check 1. Heal trigger, that's pretty good. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I heal, right? And I'll give the power. So this is 16, this is 13. It really doesn't matter. I guess it kind of does. I'll give the power here because 26 goes over a trigger. A draw trigger, nice. Okay. In that case, I'll give the power here because if my opponent gets a defensive trigger, he'll go up to 20,000 power. I want this to still be able to hit. Opponent did not hit a defensive trigger. Love to see it. Attacking a Vanguard. Opponent chooses to guard with the trigger. Fair enough. Oh, I actually kind of misplayed there. Because the thing is, this card is a skill that says when he intercepts, he gets 10,000 shield. So when he intercepts, when my opponent's Vanguard is grade 3, which I am, this is essentially 15k shield right now, if he intercepts with it, which is the same as a trigger. I should have just attacked this guy and not given him the option to even play a trigger from his hand. That was a misplay, frankly. But I'll be fine. He's at 4 damage already. Probably going to start guarding a lot more now, though. Oh man, he's playing Eugene, the best card in the game. Eugene is hilariously bad. Everyone has memed on him for being probably the worst deck in the series. The funny thing is, though, against my vanillas, actually scary. He's a retire focus deck, which means that my rear guards are gonna go poof. Do I want to guard this? Not really. Because, like, if I guard this, he's just gonna stack triggers onto this column here with the rear guard. And I'll just not guard this one and then guard the much easier rear guard column later. My damage check, no trigger. Unfortunate. He's not even attacking me? I'm sorry? Oh, that's right. He has to tap cards to do stuff. Yeah, his skill is like rest 2 rear guards and then retire. Really good stuff. I don't have a Persona ride, so I'm not going to ride. Usually, if you don't have a Persona ride, there is no reason to ride. I'm not going to play Ares down. I am going to actually use the Counterblast skill. Because I feel like he's going to start guarding. Doesn't really matter which card I Counterblast. Yeah, Counterblast, get my Vanguard 5,000 for the turn. And start swinging. The good thing about being 18k is that, yeah. See, he played a trigger down, but that's not a one to pass. Sorry, one to pass is when you play cards such that when your opponent hits one trigger, they can break through it. Normally, a trigger is good enough to make any attack a 2 to pass, because you go 13,000 plus 15. That's bigger than 13 plus 10. But because I had 18,000 power, 28 versus 18 is not good enough, because if I get a trigger, 28 versus 28 does hit. So you can goad your opponent into guarding more than they need to. Alright, now I'm going to do the move that I said I should have done last time, which is attacking this rear guard. Because my opponent can just intercept anyway. So I might as well try to take out the rear while I can. Opponent draws. Opponent will rest 2 to retire 1. Unfortunate. 23 versus my 13. And this is 13 right now. I have 2 damage. If I can take no damage this turn by playing a trigger, by playing a heal and a draw, I think that's a good thing. I'm gonna play this one because maybe in the future I won't have rearguard circles. Ka-chow. 18k, making this... Oh wait, this is 23. I'm stupid. Wait, can I like take this back? Crap. Wait, no. I'm 23 versus 28. This is one to pass, and that's fine. Yes, we're doing that. No trigger. Come on, show me another vanilla. Hell yeah. It's literally a vanilla too. It has no skills. Alright, we are guarding with the draw trigger, the most useless card in my hand. I have so much shield. No cards that I want to ride with. Hold on, I gotta think about this. This is 13k. This will go up to 10k if I place a card in the same column. Nine. So if this boosts, this goes up to 11,000. Could be 19,000. 10, 15. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. We'll place this here. I'll place Train. That's her name. Okay, what a great name. 9k here, though it gets a boost. Great. Again, normally grade 1s can boost, but this thing can boost because it's got the skill. I think I will counterblast. We're gonna try to, if not end the game here, at least come close. Can I freaking choose a card? Great. I would love to be able to see the left side of my screen, but I guess not. Wait, it's minus 2,000. I can't read. This literally doesn't hit anything. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Whatever, it's fine. I will attack with my Vanguard. Damn, he's going in. Maybe if I get a trigger, I can give the power to the rear guard. Nope. Wow, okay. I'm really good at this game. This is going to be 18k because of the skill. I will attack the Vanguard. Let's get him to 5. Usually pushing for damage is the optimal play. And is it even worth? It's not even worth attacking. This is worse than a vanilla unit, arguably. This grade 2 that I have. I have so many grade 1s anyway. Well, I go to the AI into making a dumbass mistake of retiring my draw trigger, so I guess it's not all that bad. I'm taking the damage here. It's too much to guard anyway, and even if I guard, It's like, it's too much to guard with. I'm fine with taking 1 damage a turn. God, he has so many cards in his hand. He has too many. No trigger, unfortunately. Oh, new music because I'm at 5. Let's go! Oh, it's Persona Ride time! Hell yeah! So now I get to draw. My front row gets 10,000 for the turn. Let's go. What do these cards do? Let's call the grade 3. We're going in this turn. That's what's happening. I will counterblast. And my Vanguard gets 5,000 power for the turn. Why is this an 8,000 power card? It's a grade 3. Oh my god. These cards are so terrible. Do I want to play a trigger down? No, because my opponent's probably going to Sentinel my Vanguard's attack. Alright, swing time! Oh, Jesus Christ! He played everything down! It's half his hand for 1 attack! No triggers, unfortunately. Alrighty. Let's swing with Florenzia first. Swing! And is that game? Let's not see a heal trigger. Hell yeah! Too easy. God, I love these dumb resource limiting challenges. I got a 1500 VP. That's like 5 whole packs. Ugh. Now give back the card. Fine, I'll keep my promise. Wow, you're amazing, sis. You won your first ever fight. What did you just say? I had all these amazing cards, yet you... I don't know whether or not your cards are strong, but what I can say is that Rasen was a lot stronger than you yesterday. Yuki? Hey Doshi, where are you going? I'm out. Hold on, what do you mean you're out? You gotta fight again and get even with her. I've had enough. Then what were all those cards I've given you until now for? I only ever cared about getting strong cards. I never had interest in what you were trying to do. Hey, hold on a second. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine, thanks. You're amazing at Vanguard, Yuki. What? I don't know what to say. Then how am I gonna know what you mean? We can deal with that later. There's something we have to do first. We're going to have to get him to apologize. What? It's only fair, isn't it? He did something wrong. He needs to make it right. Hey, you! Apologize to Rasen for what you did to him. And while you're at it, promise you'll never try to take someone's cards again. Sis. I'm fine now. I got my cards back anyway. Excuse me? And, oh, he seems sad in his own way. No, I was in the wrong. This card is really important to me. I got it when I first started Vanguard. It's a treasure I received from Gosetsu-san. Huh? You say Gosetsu? Hey kid, when you say that, do you mean Gosetsu from Setsugetsuka? What? Setsugetsuka? Please, you gotta take me to Gosetsu-san's. Please! Yo, I got Doshi's. I can play Eugene now. The best deck in the format. Hell yeah. But I am definitely going to go to the shop first and buy some more packs. buying all of the packs. I want to get crit triggers, please. Yo, 50 crafting points for the over trigger. Hell yeah. I wish I could actually use the OTs, but no, I cannot. Alright, let's edit the deck. Let's replace some of the bad cards with slightly less bad ones. Wait, what does this card do again? Oh, that's right. It's that one. When it attacks. During your turn, gets cards for each order in your order zone. I kind of want to not actually have this card in my deck anymore. Whoops, what does this card do? 3 more rear guards. Okay, sure. If you play True Order, be... Oh, do I already... Yeah, I already have both of her in the deck. Place on rearguarding battle phase. Do I even want this card? Not really, but whatever. You know what? Yeah, we're taking this card out. No thank you. Alright, what does this do? Black Wings. Can't really do that. Rearguards return to hand. If an attack hit. Oh, wait. She has a skill that actually works to... Wait, she's not even a vanilla unit on rearguard. That's actually good stuff. Okay. Cool. Your turn for order zone is 2 more cards. What does this do again? 3 more open rears. I'll put this in the deck for now.
What? また来てください。